on, guys? What's up, everybody? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My THD fan, you guys are in full effect. What's up? What's up? What's up? Crazy afternoon. GameStop. The Reddit stocks are back at it again. GameStop, huge move. Currently trading 155 as I'm making this live stream. Went all the way to 200. Stock is currently up 246%. KOSS, EXPR, AMC, all of the Reddit short squeeze stocks that we talked about not too long ago came right back in focus today. We are going to talk about all of that action on the live stream here tonight. This is going to be an awesome live stream. I have a lot to talk to you about. We're going to go over all those GameStop, AMC, EXPR. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to talk about something that I have noticed in small caps. Okay. I shorted SYPR today. Basically held on to that trade for the whole day. But there's something very specific in small caps that I have noticed. I've been talking to you about it for the last week or so. If you've been following my live streams for a while, but there's a really good example of it. And I'm going to show you firsthand how I start to determine if small caps are hot or if small caps are cold, other than just kind of reading and feeling the momentum and the follow through that these stocks are giving you. And if you're getting breakouts, consolidations, breakouts, or if you're getting just run, and then run out of steam and reverse. But there's something specific that I'm going to show you, a lesson we're going to talk about in small caps. I'm then going to talk to you about my outlook on the rest of the overall market for the remainder of 2021. A lot of people have been asking me over the last couple of days, specifically because we have had a jolt of volatility in the broader markets over the last couple of days. You had Fed Chairman Powell speak today. There's been a lot of things going on around the kind of circulating around the broader markets. And I think yesterday's action spooked a lot of people. And I've been starting to get a lot of questions from people yesterday and then into today about what I think is going to happen the rest of the year. I'm going to give you guys my entire outlook. Going back to 2020, I told everybody in 2020 that going into 2021 that I was very bullish on the markets, that when the SPY was trading in the 330s, 340s in 2020, I said I thought that we continue to push higher. I was very bullish on the markets. We've now gone all the way up into the 390s. We are a stone throw away from all-time highs on the SPY. We're at all-time highs on the Dow. Nasdaq's got a little bit of work to do. Tech has been significantly weaker over the last couple of days as the rotation trade continues out of growth into value. Reopening trade is in full effect. Airlines, monster day today. Cruise lines, monster day today. And I'm going to talk to you guys all about that. And then that will flow right into a very specific setup that I see in gold. A very specific setup that I see in gold I want to share with you all on this live stream. So as you can see, we have a lot to unpack today. So I want you guys to stop whatever it is that you're doing. I want you to pay attention. I want you to sign out of Facebook, get off Instagram, shut off the TV, see if you can go somewhere quiet if the kids are bothering you, because this is going to be a live stream that's going to be jam-packed with educational information, lessons, trade ideas, my commentary on the overall markets, and some really good, valuable golden nuggets of information that can help you adjust and profit over the next couple of days, weeks, months, and possibly even years. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward. I am the head trader at True Trading Group. Began my career working at a firm in New York City where I was not able to touch a dollar of their money until I went through an educational training program. I have since taken that education, simplified it, created a curriculum that teaches the everyday person how to trade stocks and options successfully, regardless of how much money you're starting with or what your experience level is. Okay. So if you guys are brand new, first thing you want to do is subscribe and turn on those notifications. Smash that like button, because on every single one of these live streams, my goal is to make you guys better traders than you were before we started. Okay. I share with you technical lessons, mental lessons on stocks, options, day trading, swing trading. I go over all of that stuff with you totally free on this YouTube channel. So you want to make sure that, like I said, you subscribe and turn on those notifications. Okay. All right, guys. Let me see something here real quick. Here we go. Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. Just opening. I want to get my charts up before we get things started. I want to share my screen. All right. We are good to go. All right. So listen, guys, before we get into things, and I know I'm probably beginning to sound like a broken record with regards to the volatility aspect of things, but seriously, it's the truth. The volatility that we've experienced in the overall markets over the last couple of days has been really, really intense. Today was a very strong day in the overall markets. To have the type of day that we had yesterday, I did not expect today. The strength we had in the markets today, I did not expect it. I thought after how volatile we were yesterday, that markets might have taken a little bit of a breather as everybody was kind of shell-shocked from yesterday's volatility. The follow-through that we got today, I think a lot of it had to do with Powell speaking and some of the topics and comments that were said. If there wasn't that, I'm not sure if we have the type of rebound day or follow-through day, I should say, from the rebound from yesterday's sell-off. But every time I come on these live streams, I'll tell you guys, to be able to take advantage of the volatility and get your butts in chat. But the volatility that we have continued to see is not slowing down. I mean, now and then all of a sudden, GameStop. Literally, when I started this, GameStop was 155. It's now 171. How long have I been talking for? 5 minutes, and GameStop is now at 172. Okay, so the volatility is not going anywhere. It's still here, and I want to make sure that you guys are getting your butts in chat and being able to capitalize from this volatility. Okay, the last couple of days, I think, is the definition of volatility. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So what I want to do here, guys, before I start things off tonight, I want to know how many people that are joining us right now on the live stream are brand new. So if this is your very first time joining a TeachD live stream, I want you to go ahead right now and type the letter I in chat right now. If this is your very first True Trading Group live stream, I want to know about it. Sound off in chat right now, guys. Type the letter I. Let me know that you guys are here for the very first time. Wow. Okay, that was fast. Mandeep, David Devitt, Lori Gonzalez. Oh my goodness. Benji, Sandra Hu, Hunter Reyes, Stephen Kroon, Sonit, Abby, Jim Obertine, LDLC, Christina, Saya, Christopher Perry, Ling Ling Ang, Christian Zandana, Juan Gonzalez, Lucas Hunt, Cat, Howard Boone, Christian Arajo, Nick A, Jake Hitchin, the JT Create, Mitchell Peters, Kendall Clark, Fiacra Walsh, and Alan Wu, Rudy B, Lane Carger, George Mossy, Tom Halpin, Jason HSU, Carlos Howard, Brent Walkman, Yvonne J, my goodness, Asad Ali, American Spirit, Rob Dog, I Spartacus, Lori Burnett, Rick James, Ami J. Wow, and it's still going. Matthew Jones, Mantow. Wow. My God. A lot of new faces. Guys, seriously, welcome. Welcome, all of you that are here for the very first time. Like I said, make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications. You never want to miss one of these lives, guys. I share with you golden nuggets of information, totally free, lessons on day trading, swing trading, stocks, options, mental lessons as well. Totally free on the channel. So you guys want to make sure you go, like I said, subscribe and turn on those notifications, okay? So welcome. And you guys are in luck for those of you that are all typing the letter I, if you guys, this is your first time, because I'm going to unpack a lot tonight. I have a lot of stuff and information I want to cover with you on this live stream. Okay, I have a lot of information I want to cover with you guys on this live stream. Tonight, we're going to kick things off today by giving you my opinions on GameStop and all of the Reddit stocks. And then we're going to follow that up with a quick 15 to 20 minute Q&A session. And then I'm going to recap the action in the markets, and we're going to talk about those three very important lessons. Something that I've noticed in small caps, how you guys will be able to tell when the small cap market has cooled off versus when it is heating up. What I've noticed that has changed in those small caps, my outlook for the market for the rest of 2021, and then a very specific setup that I see in gold. Okay, so again, a lot to talk about and a lot to unpack. Let's start things off with GameStop. while I start things off with GameStop, I'm actually going to go and I'm going to share my screen. We're going to start to take things to the charts. I'm going to show you guys GameStop. Okay, I'm going to show you guys GameStop. And GameStop is now starting to climb even higher as I'm doing this live. Insane. Okay, guys. So a couple of things here that I want to talk to you guys about. What appears to me has happened is, let me see if I can actually pull it up real quick because I want to show you something. See if I can get the actual image. Hold on, guys. Bear with me. No, I don't have the image on me. All right, I don't have the image on me. I thought I had the image I was going to be able to pull up for you guys real quick. But anyway, Mr. Ryan, okay, from GameStop, as we all know, tweeted a picture today. And the timing of this tweet appears to line up perfectly with the increase in volume in GameStop. The picture was a photo of an ice cream cone from McDonald's. Okay, a McDonald's ice cream cone. And there was no caption. There was just a picture of a frog. And then there you go. Thank you. Thank you, Adam. I didn't have it on my thing. There you go. Adam, thanks. So guys, so there you guys go. So there's Ryan Cohen, and that's the picture that was posted today. Okay, it's literally just a McDonald's ice cream cone. And there's a little frog that he typed, a little frog emoji. Nothing else. Nothing else was said. As soon as that picture was tweeted, volume started coming into GameStop. Okay. Volume started coming into GameStop, and I'll show you guys right there. Okay. So you'll notice you started to get that surge or that increase in volume in GameStop. Okay, you started to get that increase in volume in GameStop, and then all hell broke loose. Now, there was a lot of discussion back and forth on what the hell does this mean? A lot of theories started to float around. And Chris Toner, who's actually one of our moderators in chat, who's a due diligence master, his level of due diligence is unlike anything I've ever seen. He actually came up with a really good theory. Really good theory, which was maybe there is some type of a franchising, new business model with GameStop, something similar to McDonald's, or some franchising type of business model announcement that could be coming. And that was why he posted the picture of the McDonald's ice cream cone. Amazing theory, right? Amazing. But again, all of this is just, what is this guy? What does this mean? What does this mean? And it caused this huge, like, rapid discussion about what is going on. What is this? Like, what is this whole model, or what is this whole image of? What is this whole image of this ice cream cone? So they thought maybe a little bit of a change in business models on the franchising side. So good theory. However, and this is not something that I came up with myself. This is something I saw somebody else comment on social media, and I agree with them. Somebody had pointed out that it's a picture of a McDonald's ice cream cone. So Mickey D's, right? What's another way for that? You can call it the MACD, MACD, right? The MACD, McDonald's, MACD. Well, MACD, the MACD, that's a technical indicator, isn't it? Right? It's a technical indicator. And the little picture of a frog, what do frogs do? They jump. So there's a theory from someone that I saw on social media saying that post is in reference to the MACD indicator looks froggy, meaning that you're about to have a bullish cross on the MACD indicator and could be insinuating that the stock is about to jump. I agree with that theory. That is a theory that I agree with. Okay, because the MACD indicator did look froggy, so to speak. And I think that image immediately went viral. Wall Street Bets picked it up. Twitter, stock twits, chat rooms, Discord rooms, message boards. Within minutes, millions and millions of traders saw that image and started coming up with all these theories. Now, unless something has happened in the last hour or two where there's been some clarity on the image, I don't know, but that is the theory that I've heard that I'm going to actually think is the message behind that post. I think that's the message behind that post. I'll show you guys on my chart real quick. Let me expand the MACD indicator just so you guys can see it. Okay, I'm going to expand the MACD indicator on the daily chart. Okay, so you see here's the MACD indicator on the daily chart. And when this teal blue line, okay, crosses over the white line, that white line is called the signal line. Okay, so this MACD is the blue line, and then your signal line is the white line. When you have crosses above or below the signal line, it's seen as bullish or bearish. So like you'll see here, you had a cross beneath the signal line, and then you saw how the stock had moved lower. And then now here today, you'll see that we are about where it looks like that the MACD is about to cross over the signal line. And I think that this is the reasoning behind that post, that the MACD indicator looked froggy and looks like the MACD indicator was about to jump. And I think that is what was behind that post. And it sent the community, just the Wall Street Bets and the online retail trader community, flying into GameStop. And the stock went from, where was it before that picture was posted? The stock was $49 before that picture was posted. It went to $200 after hours. All from an ice cream cone. That's crazy. Okay, now, maybe Ryan comes out with a tweet later tonight or tomorrow and gives an explanation on what that tweet meant. Maybe it's something completely different. Maybe the guy was just hungry and just bought an ice cream cone. Who the hell knows? Okay, but that's a theory that I will actually have to tend to agree with based on the scenario, based on the indicators, and based on the setup and the context of the tweet. That's a theory that I'm going to go with until we get some kind of clarity from Ryan himself. Okay. So, no, the Reddit site was not down when this happened. It went down in the middle of GameStop going nuts. Okay. But before, 2:30, 2:45, I don't think the Reddit was down. Reddit, I think, went down around like 3:30 or 3 or 4 o'clock, 3:45. It was sometime in the afternoon, I think. But anyway, you'll never catch me buying a stock or selling a stock because of a picture of an ice cream cone. But just to show you the type of volatile environment that we are in, it's nuts. It's nuts. Okay. So that's that. And then obviously everything else woke up with it. All the Reddit stocks, it was almost like everybody woke up and was just like, okay, look at AMC, right? Another one, EXPR, right? KOSS, Moon. Crazy. You kidding me? KOSS, really? KOSS, you were just at $12. Now you just went to 30. It's just insane that these stocks are coming in and squeeze. The other thing is the CEO of Robinhood spoke to, I didn't actually see the interview, but someone told me about it, that David Portnoy interviewed the CEO of Robinhood, and he was explaining that when he locked people out from trading in these names, it was because they did not have enough liquidity that was required by the clearing firms in order for them to be able to handle some of the trades and some of the leverage on the options and everything, the order flow that they were getting on something that was as volatile as GameStop. They didn't have the liquidity to be able to handle that. And now on that interview, he said that that's no longer an issue. We now have the liquidity. Something like that won't happen again. I think that, coupled with Ryan sending out that tweet, caused this. So again, I could be wrong. This is just a theory, but it is. I got 1,000,001. That's an amazing meme. That is an absolute amazing meme. That's one of the best, I think, that I have seen. Notice the moon on top of the ice cream cone. That is fantastic. And the frog is on the bottom left-hand corner. That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so that's my theory. That's what I'm running with. We'll see. Either way, GameStop in full effect. I have every intention on trading GameStop tomorrow. I have every intention on having all of these stocks on my watch list tomorrow. GameStop, KOSS specifically will be firmly on my watch list. We have a resistance level here on GameStop that will put you that will fill the gap. Okay, that will fill the gap. That takes you up well over $200, and then you've got the gap entry point. Okay, you've got this gap entry point right here. That was in like the 150s. If we can stay above the 150s, I would look for GameStop to push up and actually fill that gap tomorrow. If GameStop gets back beneath that gap entry, if GameStop gets below 150, I think you can see a pullback all the way back down towards like $180, $90. Either way, GameStop's, I think, is going to be extremely volatile. I think it's going to be extremely volatile. Okay. I think it's going to be extremely volatile, but I think you have this gap entry point here will be resistance. I'm sorry, your gap fill will be resistance, your gap entry, potential support. If we hold the gap entry, I would look for us to make a move and fill that gap tomorrow. If we open up tomorrow below 150, I would be very careful of a pullback that takes you all the way back to 100, maybe even below 90. So just be careful of that. It's going to be extremely volatile tomorrow. But you guys know me, I love volatility. Okay, I love volatility. So that's my thoughts on GameStop. All right. Okay, guys. So what I'll do is I'll spend, I don't know, maybe just a couple of minutes here, because I'm sure that there's probably a couple of questions that you all may have. Okay. So I'll take, and also the last I saw was I have to see if I can get some updated information, but last I saw you had like 42% of GameStop was still short. So will be interesting tomorrow to say the least. Okay, will be interesting tomorrow to say the least. Nothing would make me happier if this stock continued higher for like 1 or 2 days. Nothing would make me happier because it'll be an enormous short opportunity again. You just have to be careful stepping in front of this thing. When this thing gets going, my God, is it vicious. The momentum on this thing, when it actually gets going, is crazy. Okay, look how fast the stock went from 50 to 200. It's crazy. So just be careful, just like blindly stepping in front of this kind of momentum and trying to get short. I think you'll be, wait for the momentum to crack. Wait for that crack in momentum. Wait for like a halt to the downside or something to give you some type of indication that the momentum has stalled. Be very careful trying to short this into the face of momentum. Okay. So if you guys are interested in GameStop, AMC, KOSS, if you guys are interested in these stocks, and you got to make sure you get your butts in chat tomorrow. My main focus will be on these stocks. Probably the top 3 stocks on my watch list tomorrow will most likely be GameStop, KOSS, and AMC. EXPR will round off the top of that list also. The Wall Street bets, the Twitter community, social media is going to be talking about these companies like crazy overnight. You go on any message board at 8, 9, 10, 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. I guarantee you these are the only ticker symbols that you're going to see people talking about as far as the retail trader on some of these message boards. And there's going to be a lot of focus on them. There's going to be a lot of attention on them. CNBC will be talking about them again. I guarantee it. You're going to see headlines on CNBC tomorrow about GameStop and Reddit round 2. You're going to see all that crap. Okay, you're going to see all of that. It's going to bring attention to these names. You got to make sure you guys get your butts in chat if you're looking to trade these type of stocks. Okay, just spend $3, guys, and get your butt in chat. It's seriously, you guys can join our 7-day trial for just $3. Get your butt in chat with me tomorrow. Spend the $3. Okay, join our 7-day trial. It's one-time payment of $3. Literally for $3, you can be in chat with me tomorrow and trade GameStop, AMC, and KOSS. Go to ttgthree.com to sign up for that 7-day trial. It's just $3. Okay, get your butts in chat. If you're an inexperienced trader, I would not recommend trading either of these stocks on your own. Okay, so make sure you guys get your butts in chat so we can take advantage of that volatility together. Again, the URL, it's right there at the bottom of the screen, ttgthree.com. Get your butts in chat. Join me tomorrow. All right. All right, guys. Okay, so with that being said, okay, I want to now move on to talk to you guys about the lessons of the day that I want to cover. I knew I was going to get a million questions about GME and AMC, so I was like, let me just cover that first. I know you guys have a million questions about it. Like I said, get in chat with me tomorrow. We'll trade them together. Okay, we'll trade them together. Now I want to talk to you guys a little bit something about 3 lessons I want to cover with you. Lesson on small caps, what's changed, a tactical lesson on a short setup that I had today, which was my winning trade today was SYPR. I also lost some money on PUBM as well. But SYPR was a home run short. And if you've been watching my live streams for the last like 4 or 5 days, I've been saying that I've noticed a shift in small caps. We were very, very spoiled in small caps for the last couple of months. The follow through and the momentum has been insane in small caps. We had a lot of home runs. We've made a lot of money trading small caps over the last couple of months. But in the last week, the momentum, to me, in my opinion, has shifted. And that's normal. Small caps get hot. Small caps get cold. Trading small caps is a different type of animal. Like it's a different beast than trading like a mid cap or a large cap. And understanding kind of where you're at with small caps, kind of the amount of follow through that you're getting, the amount of momentum, if they're hot or they're cold, is going to tell you a lot on how you can go and trade them. But there's something specific that I want to go over with you in these small caps to show you how I'm even recognizing more evidence and proof that these small caps are not in a red hot environment. Major resistance levels are not breaking right now in some of these small caps. And when I say small caps, let me be clear. I'm not talking about the Russell 2000 small cap index. Okay. When, as an active trader like myself, when someone's talking about small caps, they're really talking about the technical definition of like a micro cap, which, some of these like $2, $4, $5 stocks that gap up 20, 30%, 50% because of some press release. They've got a small float. I mean, these are small companies. Like that's what I mean by small caps. I'm not referring to like the Russell 2000. Okay. A lot of day traders would even refer to some of the stocks that are in a Russell 2000. They would call them mid caps. But the technical true definition based on market cap, all of your Russell 2000, those are your small caps. And the Russell 2000 is actually not doing bad at all. So that's not really what I'm referring to when I talk about small caps. I just want to be very clear about that because maybe there's some experienced traders that are on here that might say, well, what are you talking about? Small caps are actually trading pretty well. Big difference between the Russell 2000 and when I'm talking about the small caps that I'm referring to, like an SYPR, like an SNSS, like a TAOP. These are some of the stocks that have been trading recently, like a JFU was another one. Okay, so these are just a couple of those stocks. So I'm going to actually take you guys over to the charts, and I want to show you specifically what I'm referring to when I talk about these levels on small cap. So I shorted SYPR today. Okay, I shorted SYPR right there, and we were able to ride this thing down. And my best take profit was right here at $4.97, which is where I covered the bulk of my position. Short at 610, covered there at 497. Very quickly, I'll show you the technical setup of this trade. But the real lesson here is not this trade itself. The real lesson here is going to be something I'm going to show you on SNSS, something I'm going to show you on SYPR, just to further show you what I mean by small caps have cooled off a little bit. This is a very basic setup where initial morning low support gets broken to the downside, okay, and then it becomes resistance. And at that resistance at that prior low, you'll also see your VWAP indicator came down here. So I have my VWAP lining up with that prior morning low to give me resistance. And once we pushed right up into that level, I got short right there at $6.10. And then we rode this thing down. My first take profit was right here as you broke through the low of the day. And then the bulk of my position comes off the table there at $4.97. And then I covered the last piece of my position right there at like 542 before the closing bell. Okay, so there was the entry. Take profit, take profit, take profit. But again, the real lesson that I want to show you is not necessarily this individual trade itself. But this is a very basic technical setup where your initial morning lows get broken to the downside. They bounce back. Another indicator lines up with that low. In this case, it was VWAP. That creates an area of resistance. When the stock failed to get back above it, I got myself in there short, and we were able to catch some really good downside. Okay, and I was able to catch some really good downside. Okay, so that was that trade. But again, not really what I want to show you. Let's go to the daily chart. I'm sorry, let's go to the weekly chart, and let's pan this out for SYPR, because when I'm looking at SYPR, when I'm looking at any small cap or any stock for that matter, I'm doing my technical analysis. We're always going to go out to a daily chart. We're going to look left, okay, to identify levels. Now, when I go out to a daily chart, okay, when I go out to a daily chart on SYPR and I look left, now you'll see, as I go back all the way to 2015, there's no level up here. There's no level up here. The stock, there's no price action up here. So I go, okay, if there's no price action there, I got to go back farther. So I'm going to switch to a weekly chart. Now I can go all the way back to the 90s. Now all of a sudden you'll see we've got levels. Okay, so let's identify those levels. As I zoom this in, what I want you to notice is today, this morning, the stock was gapping up to around $7. That's right around where the stock opened up today. And I identified, well, where's my first level of resistance? Okay, this 760 area was going to be a key level of resistance. Why? A very strong double top in 2012. This is a weekly chart, a very strong double top going back to 2012. So I'm saying to myself, okay, guys, there's a key level of resistance. Now, the main difference when you're looking at small caps, telling if small caps hot or cold, is in a hot small cap environment, key levels of resistance get broken. Short sellers step in, they get short in front of these key levels. Those levels break, short sellers cover, they get squeezed. Long traders come in, FOMO, can't resist it, they chase it, pushes the stock higher, and you get the stock that goes from $3 to $6, $7, $8, all within one course of the day. And we break through those key resistance levels. That's a hot small cap market. When small caps cool off, you will start to notice that these key levels do not break. SYPR is a perfect example of that today. SNSS is a perfect example of that today. Let's talk about SYPR first. So there's that resistance level. We identified that on the weekly chart. Then I'm going to leave the line there on my chart. We're going to go back to the intraday chart. Excuse me. We're going to go back to the intraday chart. And what do we notice? What's the high of the day? You guys see how the stock right off the open pushed up and then failed. Big rejection candle, big tail gets put in, pushes the stock all the way back down, all the way through to where we actually break the initial morning low. So there's your initial morning low. There's your resistance level we just talked about from the weekly chart. We pushed up, tried to break it, failed, and we failed so bad that we went all the way back to the low of the day and then broke the low of the day. So now once I saw that, I'm saying I'm getting short. I'm getting short. Okay. I'm getting short. And I just waited for this little bounce back opportunity. Right there, we bounced back. And right there is where I got short at $6.10. Okay. And then we're able to ride this action to the downside. So that's one example of a key resistance level not breaking. Let's go to SNSS now. Okay. SNSS, what's the high of the day? $7. Cool. Right. High of the day, $7. There it is. Okay. Well, let's go to the daily chart and see if $7 means anything to us. Daily chart. Let's look left. What do you guys see? You guys have been watching my live streams now for long enough. Literally, call it out in chat. What do you see on this chart right now? We have right here on this chart another double top. You guys see that? So another double top, which is now going to give you a key level of resistance at $7. Now, in a red hot small cap environment, what you would see is let's finish drawing out the levels on this chart. Okay. Because that's one level. What's another level? $8. Why? Why is $8 a level? That's your gap entry. That's your gap entry. What's the next level? Mid gap resistance around 9. And then your final level is going to be a gap fill that takes you up to around 950, 960. Those are going to be your levels on SNSS. Now, in a red hot market, we would most likely break through 7, go right to test 8. And if we had enough of a short squeeze, we can get through 8 and push up into this gap. But what happens? The very first key level of resistance, because when you're looking at this chart, $7 is your first key level of resistance that you see on the daily chart. It's the first one. Your second key resistance level is $8. Your third key resistance level is in the middle of the gap that you see right here, that structure. Your last key resistance level is the gap fill. These are multiple resistance levels. And when small caps get cold, what I notice is oftentimes the very first resistance level does not break. You saw that with SYPR. The very first key resistance level, oops, I didn't mean to delete all that. The very first key resistance level was that 760 area. Couldn't break through it, failed. That's how I'm able to say to myself, you know what, the small cap market has cooled off. Because when small caps are hot, that first level breaks. That starts the squeeze. And then the momentum in that name will take you through the second level, through the third level. And that's how you get those all-day short squeeze runs in small cap. You're like, oh my God, the stock's up 200%, 300%. Oh my God, how much money I could have made if I just held. That's when you start hearing everyone says that. Everyone's like, oh my God, look how much money I could have made if I held. Those are the statements you hear from traders when small caps are hot. When small caps are cold, you hear, oh my God, I'm holding the bag. Or, oh, Mike, I'm down on this name. Do you think it's going to bounce back? What are the chances that SNS gets back to 7? Those are the statements you start to hear when small caps are cold. This is a more in-depth, detailed look on why that actually is. Okay? So that's a lesson there in small caps. I hope this helps. So that you can start to identify the difference between when small caps are hot, when small caps are cold. And now listen, also guys, that's something I also kind of fill out with experience when I'm able to say to myself that, hey, you know, small caps are hot, or I feel like small caps are cooling off, because for the last like 4 days now, 4 or 5 days, I've been saying on my live streams that I feel like small caps have cooled off. And then you come into the day today and 2 of your top gainers on the day, which were SYPR and SNSS, 2 of your top gainers on the day failed at their very first key resistance level. Okay. So something to think about, something to consider. Okay. Makes sense? Cool. All right. Now, with that being said, I want to talk to you guys about my outlook now on the overall markets for the remainder of the year. Okay. I have so far, so the last time I did this was like the summer of 2020, and then again the fall of 2020. I'll take you guys to the charts real quick. The last time that I did this on one of my live streams was actually in here. And then again, we did it in here. Okay. So these are kind of the last times that and if you've been a member of my channel for a while and you've been following all of my live streams for this long, you guys might remember a lot of these discussions that we had. But the end of 2020, a lot of people were very bearish because they felt like, the COVID lockdowns, and there was all the, we getting a vaccine and we not getting a vaccine, and stimulus or no stimulus. There was the election, and everybody, was a lot of uncertainty in the markets. A lot of people were bearish. And at those times I said, everybody, I came out, was very open with my thoughts that I'm actually very bullish. I think that I said that, I said that I think we're going to go to all-time highs. And then I said, I'm actually very bullish for 2021. And so far that call has been correct. A lot of people were panicking out of their long-term portfolio positions in the fall of 2020. I stayed put. I bought some new positions around that time. And so far, it has paid off very, very nicely as we are currently sitting up at all-time highs. So now I'm going to go over, I'm going to give you guys again my outlook for the remainder of 2021 and kind of what I think the market's going to do. A lot of people asked me this question today and yesterday because the volatility in the markets yesterday and today really spooked people. Watching Tesla go down 150 points, watching Apple go down, watching, AMD, watching all of these stocks crash yesterday morning really scared a lot of people. And now you had, Fed Chairman Powell spoke today, and it caused a lot of people to ask me questions about, Mike, what are you doing? Are you selling your long-term portfolio? What do you think about the market? So I'm here to tell you guys this now, and I'm going to kind of put a stamp on this. We'll see how this video ages, but here's my thoughts on the outlook for the markets for the rest of the year. I remain very bullish. I think the SPY goes well over 400, 410, 415, I think is very, very, very possible. And I'm going to tell you why. As long as interest rates remain at zero, I'm not talking about treasury yields. I'm not talking about the 10-year. I'm talking about the Fed funds rate. As long as that remains at zero, as long as that's in place, I think this market goes higher because there's too many other things at play. And that is, another round of stimulus is going to be another liquidity jolt into the economy. And that, coupled with 0% interest rates from the Federal Reserve, and then add on top of that, light at the end of the tunnel on COVID. Cases continue to go down. Vaccinations continue to go up. Economies are starting to slowly open. As that progresses and COVID becomes less of a concern, when we get to a point, hopefully very soon, over the next few months, maybe by the summer or the end of the summer, maybe we can be completely back open. Completely open. No lockdowns, no partial lockdowns, no matter what state you're in, no midnight curfew, no 25% capacity, no outdoor dining only, no movie theaters are closed, but these things are none of that. No, if I want to travel to Aruba, I got to get a PCR test before I go. Oh, if I'm going to fly back to Canada, I've got to get a PCR test before I'm able to come back and prove I'm there. None of that. When that is gone, I think you're going to get one of the biggest jumps in GDP growth in one quarter that you've seen in a very long time, if not maybe ever. It's not hard to have a big jolt when you're coming from a depleted, depleted economy or depleted growth. I think you're going to see a big jolt in economic demand when that happens, and you're going to get to a state of euphoria. A state of euphoria where people will then start to take advantage of all of this liquidity to really start to take speculative bets and gambles in the market, which is what you're already seeing that now. You're already seeing the 10-year treasury yield continue to push higher as well. Those are kind of like some of the early signs. The SPAC market maybe going absolutely crazy. Like those type of speculative moves in the market are usually early warning signs. I think that stimulus, 0% rates, and getting to the end of COVID will continue to push markets higher in 2021. Now, that doesn't mean you can't have pullback days like you had yesterday. But what happened? That pullback got bought. And that pullback got bought aggressively. Aggressively, that pullback got bought. I remain bullish. Here's the catch. Here's now what I think after that. I think we get to a state of euphoria in the market, a state of max exuberance, you can say, where everyone says, we did it. We beat COVID. We did it. The market's at all-time highs. People are going back to work. People are traveling again. We're going on planes. We're going on cruise ships. We're driving on cars. We're doing this. We're going shopping. Everyone's going out to eat. This is great. Nothing can stop us now. It'll be a state of euphoria. And then that's when I will become very worried. Very famous quote from the man, the myth, the legend, Warren Buffett. Be greedy when others are fearful. Be fearful when others are greedy. That state of max euphoria is where I will be then become concerned. Why? Because of inflation. Now, the Federal Reserve continues to say that they're not worried about inflation. I think that's such a load of shit because you're already seeing inflation in some of like the specialty commodity areas. Okay, go ask a contractor or a carpenter if they think inflation is here. All you got to do is look up the price of lumber, as lumber has hit recently all-time highs. Go look up the price of soybeans. Go look up the price of corn. All of these commodities are all surging in price. All of them. Already. Okay? More stimulus into the market, more regulation on the oil industry is going to lower supply. We've had such an oversupply of oil for the last many years now as the U.S. actually went on to be the largest oil producer in the world. Adding regulation onto the oil industry, which the Biden administration is working towards, will reduce supply in the oil industry. Now, when you reduce supply in the oil industry, the reason why gas and prices and oil has been so cheap for so long is because we had an oversupply. And the reason why oil futures actually went negative when the COVID crash happened was because there was too much supply and not enough demand to actually take the oil. So now, if you reduce supply of oil, and then you have this massive jolt of economic demand as we get towards the end of COVID, that's going to create an opposite balance of supply and demand for oil. Okay. So prior to COVID, supply was here. Okay. Supply was here. Now, once we got, and then COVID happened, supply was here, and demand was all the way down here, which led to extremely cheap oil prices. Flip that now. Now, if supply gets cut down, and you can look at, OPEC to cut production and then increase regulation here in the U.S., will lower supply of oil. And then you get COVID's over, you get a massive jolt in demand. So now all of a sudden demand for oil is here, but supply is down here. That means rising oil prices. For those of you that recall and have been watching my live stream for a while, at the end of 2020, I gave you guys investment ideas for 2021. Does anybody recall one of the sectors that I said I was very bullish on in 2021? I'll tell you. I said oil. One of my best performing positions right now is in the oil space. Occidental Petroleum, OXY. I bought that stock at 12. It is now at 28, 29. Oil has gone back over 60. Chevron performing extremely well. Even ExxonMobil, a lot of these companies, the energy sector is doing very, very well. I'll just show you guys a chart of OXY. Okay, I'll show you guys a chart of OXY. Look at OXY. Look at this move. Look at that. Okay, as oil starts to rise, it would not surprise me in the least if we are looking at $4 a gallon gas, over $4, north of $4 in the near future. By the end of 2021, maybe the end of the summer, you could be looking at $4.25 gas again. I'm still bullish on oil for those reasons. It's a supply and demand issue. So I'm so bullish on oil. What are two main components that you need for inflation? Well, you need economic demand and oil prices going up. Those two things combined are two of the main ingredients for inflation. Add on top of that, trillions of dollars of stimulus added to the money supply from the US government, trillions of dollars of stimulus added into everything from the Federal Reserve. To me, that smells inflation. And you're already seeing it in some of those other commodity prices. Now, all I need to show you is a chart of the SPY in December of 2018. And I'm going to take you to the charts. I'm going to show you this now. Let's go all the way back to December of 2018. We're going to zoom this in. Here's December of 2018. Now, you guys remember all this China trade war? Oh my God, all that crazy volatility. Well, does anybody remember what happened on this day? Does anybody remember what happened the first couple days of December? I'll tell you. Fed Chairman Powell announced that they were going to start to raise interest rates. Well, folks, the result of that was a 20% drop in the month of December. That's how the market reacted to increasing interest rates before COVID. Low oil prices, sub 4% unemployment, pre-trillions of dollars of stimulus. That's what the market did when we raised interest rates. What do you think is going to happen when we raise interest rates now with, 5-6% unemployment, high oil prices, trillions of dollars of stimulus, a weakened economy from COVID? If the markets did that when we raised interest rates, what do you think is going to happen when the Federal Reserve raises interest rates in the future? Now, the caveat here, or the catch here, was in 2018, inflation was only like 1.5, 1.6%, far below the Federal Reserve's target of 2%. So when the markets crashed, the Federal Reserve was actually like, never mind. We're going to stop raising rates. And then in 2019, they were actually like, you know what? Screw it. We'll cut them back to zero. And what happened in 2019? The massive, massive bull market of 2019 ensued because interest rates went back to zero. This is why, as long as interest rates remain at zero, I can't not be bullish on this market. I can't not be bullish. But once inflation starts to rise, and the Fed, they're going to let it go over 2%. Don't be surprised if the Fed, raises their target inflation number. Their inflation number was 2%. Don't be surprised if they raise that number in the coming months. Okay? But as inflation starts to rise, this time the Fed's going to have to cut rates. The Fed's going to have to raise rates. Okay? They'll have to raise rates. But this time they're not going to be able to go back on that. They're going to have to stay because this time inflation will be there. It's not going to be 1.5, 1.6% inflation. It'll be over 2. And that they can't just sit back at 0% interest rates and let inflation go to 3, 3.5%, 4%. You can't do that. You'll go to the store and pay $10 for a gallon of milk. You can't do that. They're going to have to raise rates. I think that will happen once we get to a state of max euphoria, once COVID is behind us, the economy have opened, oil prices are rising, everybody's going back and spending money and traveling, get this massive surge in GDP growth, and everyone feels like the market's unstoppable. We'll be in the middle of a massive rally, and when they cut rates, I think we will be close to all-time highs. I keep saying cut. When they raise rates, I think we will be close to the all-time high at that time. That's when I think you get the big sell-off in the market. That will be the first time in the last decade that I will be selling in my long-term portfolio. Over the last decade, I've only bought. I've not sold anything. When markets have pulled back, I've bought. When markets pulled back in March, I bought. I bought heavy. When markets pulled back in December of 2018, I bought. And I've continued to buy whenever markets pull back over the last 10 years. You guys have to remember, people forget what it's like. People forget what it's like to have a 2.5, 3.25, 3.75% federal funds rate. People forget what that's like. We haven't had that since before the 08 crash. We've had zero or near zero interest rates for the last decade, over the last decade, from 2008, 2009. When that changes, I think you're going to see an entire repricing of assets globally. That's when I think you get the sell-off. Everybody now is talking about the bubble. Everyone now is talking about the crash. And yeah, markets will eventually sell off and you'll have another big 20, 30, 35% sell-off in the markets. And everyone's going to panic and the sky will be falling and blood on the streets and everyone's going to be freaking out. You're going to get that. But it's a hell of a lot of fun when you're able to actively trade it to the downside, take advantage of that volatility, and then when the dust settles, be able to think analytically, fundamentally, and buy a ton of really good companies at far cheaper prices than where they're trading at today. I'm looking forward to this event. I will be calling it out and telling you at what point I'm starting to sell in my long-term portfolio. I have not sold a share in my long-term portfolio yet. I'm still very bullish in 2021. So I'm putting my neck out there. I'm telling you guys what I'm doing. I'm telling you what I think is going to happen for the rest of 2021. I did this exact same thing in 2020. I put my neck out there. I'll tell you guys my thoughts. I'll tell you what I'm doing. Can I be wrong? Sure, I can. Was I right in 2020 up to this point? Yes. I hope I'm still right for the rest of 2021 because it means we have a lot more upside to go. That's what I'm doing. Those are the reasons why I'm doing it. And I hope that this was a nice lesson for you from a macroeconomics kind of standpoint. We went from talking about, resistance levels to now I'm talking to you guys about inflation and GDP growth and oil prices and supply and demand and inflation and interest rates and, treasury yields and all these different things, which is a much more macroeconomic view. So hopefully this is something that you guys were really able to learn from. I promise you, all of my TeachD members, you will all know when I begin selling my long-term portfolio, I will tell you. And then when the Fed raises rates, I'm going to be going aggressive on SPY put options. You can also be looking at the VIX. You can look at going long the UVXY. There'll be plenty of opportunities and plenty of different ways for us to take advantage of that volatility when it happens. But I think we're a little ways away. I think there's a lot more upside before that happens. But when it does, I will be ready to profit from it. My TeachD fam, do not worry. I will be talking to you guys through that every single step of the way. It's going to be a lot of fun. All right. So don't be nervous, be excited, because when there's blood in the streets, there is tremendous opportunity, and we will be taking advantage of that opportunity when that time comes, just like we took advantage of that opportunity when it came in March. Okay. So don't worry about that. Now that leads me to my last lesson of the night, which is a very specific setup in gold. Before I show you that setup in gold, I want all of you to literally break your keyboard by smashing that like button for me. Because if you do not like the information that I just shared with you, something wrong with you. Okay? So, I do this to help you guys, better prepare you guys, educate you guys. I want you all to smash that like button for me right now. It lets me know you appreciate the time and energy I spend going through and sharing all this information with you. So guys, go ahead, smash that like button for me there right now. All right, now I'm going to show you guys a very specific setup in the GLD. Okay, in the GLD. Let's go to the charts. Well, before we go to the charts, I want to talk to you guys a little bit fundamentally here real quick. Okay. Gold has not performed well over the last couple months. And now you might be saying, well, in an inflationary environment, that doesn't really make a lot of sense, right? you would expect gold to have performed better than how it has over the last couple of months. And I got to be honest with you, I think a lot of that has to do with Bitcoin. And I think that there's a lot of speculation. And there's a lot of talk of, is Bitcoin the new gold? And there's a lot more alpha there. And there's, it's a speculation play, and it's the sexy play. Gold's not the sexy play. And speculation plays are fantastic in a market like we're in right now, in a high liquidity environment, when, that low interest rate environment, like everything I just talked to you about, speculation plays are great. But when shit hits the fan, I'm going to say this now, when shit hits the fan and people start to panic, I think people rush into gold. I think it's easy for people to say Bitcoin's a new gold now when everything's fine. But when shit hits the fan, I think institutional investors are going to say, I want familiarity. I don't want unknown. I don't want new. I want what I know has been a safe haven for me for the last several decades. And I think that you will see a flock into gold when shit hits the fan. And that lines up really, really well with a setup that I see in the GLD. Okay. That lines up really well with the setup that I see on the GLD. Okay. So what I want to do now is take you guys over to the charts on the GLD. And I'm going to go to a weekly chart, and I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning of time on the GLD. What do you see on this chart? My TTG members, what do you see? Tell me. The chart that I have drawn on your screen right now, what do you guys see? A cup and handle. One hell of a cup and handle. Folks, there's your uptrend. There's your cup. And there's your handle. Now, this setup lines up perfectly with the fundamental analysis and thesis that I just went over with you. Right? This lines up perfectly with what I just talked about. What I'm going to be looking for is to start accumulating a position in gold. I think it's starting to accumulate a position inside of this handle will leave you in a nice position for, if we get that type of environment, like I said, a breakout, okay, of that handle would take GLD up over 200. Now, my target for gold in the next couple of years is like 2,500. Okay, that would take the GLD significantly higher. This is what I'm seeing, and I wanted to show it to all of you. So the setup that I'm seeing on GLD lines up with the fundamental analysis that I just talked about. Okay, so this is something that I've noticed. This is something that I wanted to point out to you all, and it coincides perfectly with the thesis that I just went over with you all. Okay. Does anybody have any questions? before I move on? Now is the time to ask. No, guys, no. Gold meaning the price of actual gold, meaning 2,500, not GLD. Not GLD. GLD is not the actual price of gold. I'm talking about like gold futures, like the actual physical price of the gold commodity. I think we can get to 2,500 an ounce. Yes. Yes, that was that. This is a weekly chart, David. Yes. Okay. Yes, it's a weekly chart. Okay. Beautiful. Good stuff, guys. Okay. So something to think about, something I'm thinking about, how I plan on positioning myself for the global macro environment on what is to come. Now, before I move forward, for those of you that did not know, reminder, Weedapalooza is this Saturday. Okay. Weedapalooza is a 2-part pot stock workshop that Jason, the Wolf of Weed Street Spatafora, will be hosting for TTG members. Part 1 is this Saturday, the 27th. The topic is how to trade the Ides of March in the pot stock sector. That is going to be from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. Part 2 is Saturday, March 6th. That is how to take advantage of the cannabis sector given the new political environment. And what does that mean for the future of pot stocks and how to capitalize on it, how to build that long-term portfolio for what could be one of the top growth related sectors for the next couple of years to come. That will also be from 12 to 2 p.m. Eastern. This is for TTG members only. You have to be a member of True Trading Group by February 26th in order to attend the Weedapalooza event. Only members that attend, like you can't sign up after part 1 and then just attend part 2. So even if you sign up, let's say you sign up on March 2nd, you can't attend part 2 March 6th. You have to be a member of TTG by February 26th in order to attend either part 1 and part 2. Both of the sessions will be recorded and then loaded onto the video library for our members to go back and view later. Okay? But if you want to attend the workshop live, part 1 and part 2, you have to be a member by February 26th. Okay? You have to be a member by February 26th. All right? That is our Weedapalooza event. Anyone that is interested in the cannabis sector, this is an absolute must-attend event for you. Jason is the leading voice in the cannabis space. I don't buy or sell a single cannabis stock without first consulting him. A lot of you come to me for advice or guidance on specific stocks. He's the guy that I go to for guidance and advice on pot stocks. So it's an absolute must attend. If you have any type of positive outlook on the cannabis industry as a whole over the next couple of years, this is a must attend event. Be a member of True Trading Group by the 26th. Okay. By the 26th. All right. So what I want to know here now, what I want to know here now with all of my TTG members that are here in chat with me today, how are you guys all doing in the month of February? I want to know right now how many of my TTG members are making money with True Trading Group in the month of February. I want you guys to sound off in chat right now if you are a member of True Trading Group and you guys are making money with us, whether it's the cannabis pot stocks, whether it's the large cap plays, whether it's the small cap plays, whatever it is. If you guys are making money with True Trading Group, I want you to go ahead right now and I want you guys to sound off in chat and tell me if you guys are making money with us in the month of February. Nice. Best investment I did for myself was to join TTG from Felicia. Chris Ortiz up 38%, doing well. TTG's crushing it for me. Absolutely. I'm up 38%. Made 300% just today. Wow. Spanish Fibonacci. My God. Lifetime member here and killing it for scuba. I can't even, I'm trying to read these guys. You guys are typing so fast. Going through the courses. I'm up in my P&L. Paper trading. I can't wait to trade real money. Biggest increase since I started in December. 3 days a member. I've been green for my first 2 days. Only my second week, and I'm in the green. All-time high on my account for Chris Connolly. Great job. Thomas Barty's up 70%. David making money on my own trades thanks to the 2 trading group. That's the beauty about getting an actual education, guys, being able to stand on your own 2 feet. J.E. Blanco's up 6,300. I joined TGD last week, and I am made enough to pay for a lifetime membership for 9+ years. Hey, yo, that's sick. Beautiful. Mark Grant just joined. I'm still going through the courses. We'll be on one-on-one in another week. Yes, Mark. Glenn Wilson made $1,800 today. Beautiful. Wallace has only had 3 red days. That's incredible. Curtis did not trade today, but has made money so far. Excellent, guys. Badri says TTG brings me at least 10% per day every day on a sustained days. And then there are those glory days that bring 100% returns. You got to love the home run days, man. 21K last month for JE and 6,200 this month. That's incredible. Timothy Pickett, 1 trade so far. Total newbie up $100. Small account for Jason's up $1,750. TD just joined last night, still learning the platform. Joy Waters is getting more confidence with TTG, up $3,000 since the year began. That's incredible. Congratulations. Excellent, guys. This is great. I love it. I love seeing a lot of people that are commenting and sharing their successes. But listen, for everyone that's watching all these people comment about their games, it's also important to understand that, they didn't just join TTG and start making money overnight. Okay, these people put in time, energy, and effort to actually learn the skill. And actually, many of them struggled at first. Okay, many of them struggled at first, and that's why we leave no trader behind the 2 trading group. Every 2 to 3 weeks, we do a red to green workshop for those that need some extra help. So we can do everything in our power to help them go from red to green. It's basically myself and some of the other moderators. We, answer questions, cover different topics, and conduct lessons that some of our members that are still struggling, that they feel that they need help with. And that's our red to green workshop. We do that every about 2 to 3 weeks. And that is because like I said, we leave no trader behind the 2 trading group. And as fun as it is to talk about the members that are having success and talk about their gains, it's equally as important to recognize that, that there are still people that struggle, and we do everything in our power to help them go from red to green. Erica, welcome. Erica just joined the group. Erica says, tonight I am now an official member of TTG. Welcome to the family. Erica, my TTG family, give Erica a big, warm TTG welcome. Erica, welcome to the family. All right, guys. Now, next thing that I want to know is how many people that are on the live stream right now, how many of you are not a member of True Trading Group? I want you to go ahead and type the letters TTG in chat right now if you are not a member of True Trading Group. Dennis Nealon, Vanatari, Alexander Commandant, Rudy B, Katakosa, Shelly McThomas, Ray Myers, RV Thomas, Reginald Gordon, Ian French, Bolsey, Baris Kavdar, nice. A couple. All right. We got Christopher Perry. We got Rudy on the trial. Christopher Perry's on the trial. TB says, I'm curious about your thoughts on silver since you talked about gold. I'm also bullish on silver. We got Alan Wu, Andrea Weber. Nice. Richard just joined last week. Richard, welcome to the family. Robert. Andrea Weber says, Mike, I'm up very nicely with my own trading. I'm concerned that a new platform or group may mess me up. Andrea, what I will say, honestly, to that is that the thing about True Trading Group is I don't, nor does anyone try to change the way that you trade. True Trading is going to provide you with a professional education that, as an experienced trader, which it seems like obviously you are, can just help you kind of get to the next level. So we have a lot of members in TTG that have been trading for a very long time that are very successful traders. We have members that have been, trading since the 80s. Members have been trading for 20 years. Members that have been, we have members that have been stockbrokers at Morgan Stanley for like 20 years. We have licensed financial professionals that work at financial firms in Canada. We have asset managers that are all the way over in Australia that manage money for high net worth individuals. These are experienced and successful traders that are just tweaking their trading to improve and to also be part of a group, a diversified group that can provide trade ideas and can provide for identifying opportunities. One of the goals that I have, at least for True Trading Group, is the whole point about trading in a group is to make everyone better. It's not to just stroke the ego of the head trader. I look at it this way. I only have 2 eyeballs. I can't look at 1,000 different stocks during the day. But if I've got a few thousand traders that have my same eyeballs or have the eyeballs of some of my other moderators, very hard for us to miss opportunity throughout the day. And that's really, kind of the point about being part of a trading group. I'm not one of those type of people that says, okay, this is how I trade. You got to do it this way or that's it. We implement a lot of different trading styles into Trading Group. There's a lot of different moderators that day trade, swing trade, high volatility, low volatility, options versus stocks, trend reversal, trend continuation, a lot of different styles that get implemented into your Trading Group because all the different moderators each specialize in their own type of style. So there's something for everyone, regardless of the style or the type of stock or option that it is that you like to trade. We have something in there for everyone. So it's not like, okay, you got to do this way or that's it. So, if you're concerned about being part of a group would mess up your trading, you don't have to, do what anyone else is saying, but just be part of a group of experienced traders that have a professional education can maybe tweak your trading and improve on some of your weaknesses, but also be part of a group that can help you identify opportunities. Lake Life, longtime watcher, want to join, but not sure I will be able to learn the software. Lake Life, do not worry about learning the software, my friend. We have so many members that never knew a thing about trading before they joined, that never traded a stock a day in their life before they joined. If they can learn it, so can you. We've got, retired senior citizens that are very not tech savvy at all, that are learning all the different platforms and taking advantage of, of the platform and taking advantage of the membership that True Trading Group provides you with. All right. So those of you that all type TTG in chat, I want to know now, what are your goals? All of you that type TTD, if you're not a member, I want to know, what are your goals with becoming a profitable trader? What would it mean to you? What are your goals in what motivates you to become a consistently profitable trader? What would that mean to you? Why are you guys trying to attain this skill? Sound off, type it right in chat for me. No, you are not able, Belton Zach, you're not able to join the Weedapalooza as a trial member. Weedapalooza is for full-time annual TTG members or lifetime members. We have a lifetime membership also. So you have to be a full-time annual or lifetime member of True Trading Group in order to attend Weedapalooza. If you are a trial member, you will not have access to the Weedapalooza event. Okay, financial freedom, help my family, help my friends. I want my wife to be able to retire. I want to get Suge a slushy machine. Fill up the money gun. I want to be able to buy a house cash. Financial freedom. A lot of repeating financial freedoms. I want to take charge of my savings and learn some new skills. Great, guys. These are great goals. These are good motivational goals. It's important for you to have motivational goals. Okay, it's important for you to have motivational goals because trading's not easy. It's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not something you're going to sign up to TTG and you're going to start making boatloads of money right away. You've got to have something that's going to motivate you to put in the time, energy, and effort in order to become successful, in order to become a profitable trader. Okay, no one is going to do the work for you in order to achieve your goals. You have to be willing to put in the work in order to achieve the goals that you're all commenting in chat for me right now. With TTG, guys, it starts with you getting the right education, having the access to the right tools, resources, and community that's going to help you guys to learn, trade, and profit. That's what TTG is all about, and that is what you get with TTG. And when you guys join, the 1-year membership to True Trading Group would normally cost you $2,212 for the year, but on the live stream tonight, you can actually get a 38% discount, which drops the price all the way down to $1,363 when you use coupon code TTG121. Okay. Use coupon code TTG121. Get that 38% discount before the price goes up at midnight. Every 24-hour period, the price of a membership goes up by a couple bucks as we continue to work that price up towards the $2,000 mark. Okay. There's no upsells or add-ons or extra fees with True Trading Group. When you guys become a member, you get access to every single course, tool, resource we have and that we ever will have. Okay. Before I get into, some people might think, oh man, 1363, that kind of sounds like a lot of money. Before I get into, why it's not a lot of money and what you guys are going to get with that 1363, I want to know how many of my TTG members have already made back their subscription cost. Sound off in chat right now if you're a member of True Trading Group and you've already made back your subscription fee. There we go. Brandon, Ava, Antonio, Rad, 10 times over for Jimmy. Not yet. Andy, we'll get there, man. We'll get there. Will, 20-fold for Spanish Fibonacci. Chris, not yet. We'll get there. That's silly. Sack says, I made 5 times my membership the first 2 weeks. Yes, in just 2 months. I already have, and I put it in my IRA. Yes, it's definitely okay if you didn't, Mark. It's absolutely okay if you didn't. If you have not made your subscription feedback yet, that is absolutely okay. Like I said, this is why we have the red to green workshop, so we can help. And like I said, we leave no trader behind. I don't want to just make you guys think that all we do here is talk about all the success. If you're a struggling TTG member, we leave no trader behind, and that's why we do conduct those red to green workshops. Okay. Jason, 3 times his membership over the last 2 months. Brenda, many times over. Only took a month for TNX. Yes, Thomas. Great, guys. Excellent. Okay. You have to think of it this way. When you become a trader, you're the ultimate entrepreneur. And I don't know many other places you guys can invest 1363 in yourself to learn a new skill and then start making money with just $500. You're essentially starting your own business as a trader for less than $2,000. All right. So as a member of True Trading Group, you're going to get access to the top trading tools and products that are available that are commonly used by active traders. Okay, because True Trading Group it's a platform. It's not just a chat room or a trade alert service. We bundle all of these products and services together as part of your membership. So included with your membership, you get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, gives you breaking live to the second news alerts in chat. It's got a squawk box feature. You can turn your speakers on and listen to the news instead of reading it. You'll get access to quote streams, real-time level 1 and full book level 2 with real-time options data as well. That comes with a trade simulator that will let you trade stocks and options with fake money where you practice implementing what it is that you learned in the courses. Prove to yourself you can make money on the simulator before you start trading with hard-earned cash. A Trade Ideas real-time scanner that's streamed directly to members during the day that shows you stocks that are making new highs of the day, stocks that are having, a volume surge, your top gainers on the day, lets you know where you should be focusing your attention to give you the best chance to profit and what stocks you should be trading. You also get access to TradingView's pro charting software as a member of True Trading Group, one of the top and most commonly used charting softwares out there by active traders. All of these things are free. There's no extra fee or charge for any of these products. Okay. You're getting at least a minimum of 10 easy to follow, actionable real-time alerts per week from a community of traders that's sporting about an 83% win rate, 84% win rate, which means 84% of the time that a moderator calls out a trade, it's a profitable one. We show you all of our trades in TTG. We keep a full trading log and journal on the website so you can track all of the moderators' trading performance. Okay. We show you all of our buys, all of our sells, all of our winning trades, all of our losing trades, all of our break evens. Everything is available for you guys on the website so you can track all of our performance and see how you would have done if you guys have followed along with all of those trades. Okay. We're fully transparent in True Trading Group. You're also going to be getting access to one small private study group session with any one of our TTG moderators. All of our courses, it's a 15-course curriculum that includes beginner courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology, how to trade during a market crash. There's even a course that teaches you how to do your taxes. All of our courses are included with your membership. You guys, there's no VIP or pro courses that cost more money. Everything is included. Those courses come in text and video format. Okay, those courses come in text and video format, and whichever is easier for you to learn. And then we also have a video library with over 100 hours of additional educational video content that is recorded workshops and webinars that myself and the other moderators have conducted over time that covers various trading topics. Some of them are, how to turn a $500 account into 25K, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO, have confidence pulling the trigger. That Weedapalooza 2-part event will also be uploaded in that video library upon completion. So that's in addition to the courses, guys. It's over 100 hours of video content. So to give you an idea, all those products I told you about before, the Benzinga newsfeed, Benzinga charges $1,188 a year for that service. Okay. Real-time level 1 and level 2 is $990 a year. Trade Simulator is $750 a year, and TradingView's pro charting software, they charge $720 a year. That's $3,648 in services that are included for free with your membership when you guys join True Trading Group and use coupon code TTG121 to get the price all the way down to $1,363 and get a 38% discount. Take advantage of that coupon code now before the price goes up at midnight. Anyone also that signs up at midnight tonight is going to get a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet. It's the perfect tool for you guys to stay connected on the go. Use our mobile app, which will allow you to actually see our screen share and listen to the audio analysis during the day. All the moderators are on the microphone telling you what we see and where we're seeing opportunity and tell you what we're doing. We also share our screen with you during the day. Okay, we also share our screen with you so you guys see exactly what we see. And that mobile app will allow you to stay connected and take advantage and follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat, even though you're not in front of your computer. The next few hours I'm doing TTG, no doubt. I haven't heard you trying to upsell anybody yet. Thank you. That's because we don't. That's because we don't. There are no upsells. Okay. You get every course, every product, every tool, every resource with your annual membership when you use TTG121. The only other membership type we have is just a lifetime membership, which is more like a badge of honor for members that, know that they want to hang their hat with TTG and they just want to have one payment instead of paying year after year and eventually end up paying more money over the course of time. But everything's included with your membership, guys. Everything's included. There are no upsells. Okay. You haven't heard us try to upsell anyone because we don't. Okay. Because we don't. We have a lot of fun with our members. We give back to all of our members. Every time we get 300 new members, we raffle off a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash to one lucky TTG member. We did this the other 2 Sundays ago, I believe we did it. And now this upcoming Sunday, set your reminders. Sunday, February 28th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be raffling off for the second time this month a brand new Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash to one lucky TTG member. All you have to do is to be a member of True Trading Group by Saturday, February 27th. And anyone that then signs up after that is going to have to wait until the next giveaway when we get another 300 new members for you guys to be included in that raffle. Make sure that you guys fill out the registration form on our website and just be on the live stream Sunday, 8:30 p.m. in order for you guys to be included in that raffle for Give Yourself a Chance to Win a Tesla or $30,000 cash. Okay. And also, guys, lastly, before we go, anyone that typed TTG in chat before, pay attention. Seriously, because I'm speaking directly to you now. If you are still on the fence, this is what I'm willing to do for you. I'm going to show you guys how much that I believe this can and will work for you, how much I stand behind my platform, my education, and how much I put my money where my mouth is. Anyone that signs up tonight with coupon code THD121, not only will you get the Amazon Kindle totally free, I'm even going to cover the shipping. Not only are you going to get a 38% discount, not only will you have access to Weedapalooza, not only will you be able to enter the Tesla $30,000 raffle, but I'm also going to offer you a money back guarantee. If you sign up by midnight tonight with that coupon code and then go through all of our courses, pass all of our quizzes, and attend one of our private study groups, if you do those 3 things and you still don't make back the $1,363 at least once throughout the course of your membership, I'll give you a total, full, complete refund. So I'm basically guaranteeing your membership cost. What do you guys have to lose now? Besides potentially maybe never reaching those goals that you all typed to me before in chat. Okay. So I've just guaranteed your membership cost. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm standing behind my program. Now the question is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to take advantage of the coupon code before midnight tonight? Are you going to get the 38% discount? The price goes up at midnight. Are you going to get the 38% discount? Are you going to get the free Amazon Kindle Fire? You're going to attend Weedapalooza to set yourself up with the cannabis sector and how to capitalize on that sector as the political climate and the regulation on the cannabis industry is continues to evolve? Are you going to give yourself a chance to win a Tesla or $30,000 this Sunday? You're going to get a professional education and try to become a consistently profitable trader so you can achieve the goals that you all commented in chat to me before. There's not much else that I can do. Come on the live streams. I give you guys golden nuggets of information. I share with you as much as I can within the time frame that I'm on here live to do the best I can to help you guys. There's not much more else that I can do to help you reach your goals besides offering you the opportunity that I'm giving you now on this live stream. You have to seize it. You have to seize it. We've got thousands of members in True Trading Group, and they all get my moderators and the entire TG team. They get 100% of our devoted time, energy, and effort to help them become the best traders that they possibly can. So the question now becomes, are you going to become part of the THD family and use that coupon code? If you're still not ready to join the team full time, we do have a 7-day trial. I mentioned that earlier. Go to ttgthree.com. It's a one-time payment of $3. No auto renew, no automatic upgrade, nothing like that. No reoccurring payment. It's a one-time payment of $3. You'll get 7-day access to our dashboard to see the resources and tools that are available to you. You're going to get 3 days in our chat room to trade with us live. You're going to want to be in chat tomorrow because I'm most likely will be trading GameStop, AMC, KOSS. You want to make sure you get your butts in chat for that. Trade with me. And you're also going to get 3 sample trial courses that are going to be included in your membership as well. So again, go to ttgthree.com, sign up for that trial. Now, important to note, you will not get the 1363 price point if you're a trial member. You will not be able to attend Trader Palooza on Saturday. You will not be able to enter the Tesla $30,000 raffle on Sunday. You will not be getting a free Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet if you are a trial member. But you can try us out for 7 days, see if you like the group, and then you can decide if you want to upgrade to a full-time membership or not. Okay? You will be able to get all of those things if you upgrade to a full-time member. So let's say you join the trial membership today, and by Friday you're like, man, this is great, I want to join full-time. Then you will be able to attend Weedapalooza on Saturday. You will be able to enter the Tesla $30,000 raffle on Sunday. It's for full-time TTG members only. If you're a trial member, you won't be included in that. So again, guys, take advantage. So Jimbo says, how do you get the lifetime membership? Jimbo, the lifetime membership is for current members only. Okay. We only offer lifetime memberships to people that are already members of True Trading Group. It is not available for someone, like if you're not a member of TTG, you can't just go right now and buy a lifetime membership. Okay. You have to first get an annual membership. And then once you're an annual member, you can decide if you want to upgrade to a lifetime membership. But it's not something that we offer. It's not something that's on our website. You can't just go to our website and buy a lifetime membership. Spots are limited on the lifetime membership. We keep the availability and everything. It's limited. As a member, you guys will understand why we limit the amount of spots we have for lifetime members per quarter. And that's why we don't offer it to anyone. We only offer it to current TTG members. And that's why that we do that way. Okay. We'll probably open up more spots next week for lifetime. But I don't think right now that we have any. We actually had a group of people that signed up today for lifetime memberships. And as of this week, I don't think we have any more spots left. I'll have to check with Adam on that. But I'm pretty sure we don't have any more lifetime memberships available right now. Probably in a week or two, we'll probably open up some more spots. Okay. So that's it, guys. Use coupon code TTG121. Take advantage of that coupon code. Get that discount. Get the Amazon Kindle. Attend Weedapalooza. Give yourself a chance to win a Tesla. Get the money back guarantee. Get your butts in chat. Let's kick some serious ass and take some names tomorrow. Thanks for joining me on this live stream. I love you all. Subscribe to the channel. Turn on those notifications. And, of course, smash that like button. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll see you all in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.